Hey guys, we've got a fun one for you today. We went up to Oxford Gun Compnay to meet up with David Florent from the TSC. We shot some clays, I asked some questions. Enjoy. Alright, so what have we got here, David?
We've got the new Fausti SX4. Been out for 2 years. This is actually the original Fausti SX4,
Yeah.
the one that we've
The
developed.
prototype.
The prototype, the one we.
So
developed.
you helped design this one?
Yeah, we helped design it with the sisters, and it's designed like an Italian gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a bit more Browning stock dimensions on it,
Yep.
so the stock dimensions are a little bit higher. So if you look at that and you look at the XS, they're both, to me, that and the XS Browning.
Real deep pistol grip.
Yeah.
Real deep pistol
And
grip.
that's
Nice
the
enough
two
palm,
best.
so not too committed, just nice. Cool. How have you found it?
Really good.
How broken
that
down?
Has had about 40,000 shells through it,
It's getting warmed up.
and it's never gone wrong.
That's pretty
It's probably
good.
going to go wrong now.
It should go wrong now. Well, it's in my hands, mate, so
Double discharge on
it'll
it.
go wrong. Double discharge central, mate. Know the score.
I thought you said you couldn't shoot. Second one's a school challenge target.
Really? You do it.
Oh, I don't like this.
You do it off the left-hand shoulder now. That's the one. Which one first?
That one.
Go. Pull. I tell you what, I'm gonna leave it there. I'll just repeat. They're great, David Florent. Woo! Almost. Alright, so I've got a question. I've watched you shoot a lot, as many people have. Why do you mount a gun so low in your shoulder?
Because when you're a trap shooter,
Mm-hmm.
generally trap shooters will mount the gun lower in their shoulder.
And that's just because you came from trap background that you mount your gun so low.
But I do try, as I don't shoot trap anymore, I do try and lift it a little bit higher when I'm shooting sporting. But obviously, because I've shot so much double trap,
It's just
it's
second
in
nature
second nature to do it. But that is why. So if you watch my father shoot, or mother, or anyone here, they will mount their gun fairly high in the shoulder there.
Cool.
And
That's
is exactly
literally
why.
the only question that well, it's not the only, 'cause I have a lot of
And
questions.
if you watch any trap shooter, they will mount their gun, and the reason why, take a high rib, so either a Percy high rib or a Maruku high rib or something like that, has there. Do you know what a high rib is designed for?
Well, clearance from target and lowering your arms out.
Well, the reason why it was designed is for shooting double trap
Yeah.
or
Well,
Olympic
yeah.
trap, and they
Not
basically
much use for anything else.
No, they basically mount the gun there, so your head goes there, so your gun literally, your head doesn't move, and that's why all trap shooters mount their gun low in the shoulder. So we're stood here. This is where Beth and Ron won their cars. This is where Tom Scott won his first car. And in actual fact, Beth and Ron actually won it with one of those guns each. So can you?
Both of them shoot XS Pro.
Both of them shoot XS Pros. So can you beat them?
No, probably not. But we'll give it a go.
But Beth was only 13.
Age has nothing to do with it. All right then.
Right.
So what's the score?
Round in two.
1 or 2. All right. Oh.
Do you want to try Italian?
Sorry.
Try Italian in a minute.
Let's have a go. Just have a pair of those back ones. See if we can find them. Oh. Oh, yeah, miles behind it.
Wait there.
Easy peasy. So you put in a video of yours recently, and I found it very interesting. It upset a lot of people because you spoke about money and the investment it actually takes to make a good shot. What is the minimum that someone can invest, in your opinion, to go from, let's say, 0 to A class?
Sporting, not a lot.
Yeah?
All you've got to do is shoot a lot at it, and you'll do it. An Olympic discipline, to win an Olympic gold medal, costs you £1 million.
How do you figure that out?
Because the money that, so Pete Wilson used to shoot 750 shells a day.
Yeah, it's a couple £100 worth.
Yeah. I mean, he shot between, if you look at his film he did on the channel, he shot between 50 and 60,000 shells a year.
Wow.
I mean, I shot in my height.
Do you have to practice that much?
Yes. If you don't practice, I'm gonna be completely honest. Chloe and Beth both won those cars. Beth started shooting in March. A lot of those schools challenge kids, just as a schools challenge kid, they'll be putting 20,000 cartridges through the gun. But they've got to, and the reason why I wanted, the TSC has started, and it's the reason why I wanted to set the TSC up, and it's fairly easy to shoot a TSC. So anyone will go and shoot 35 out of 40.
Oh no, actually that's quite difficult.
That's the final though.
Yeah.
But on a normal TSC course, a novice will walk around it and shoot 30. And the hardest thing is basically shooting 50 straight, or 49.
And what is it that has won it recently? It's all in the high 40s.
It's all in the high 40s. If you're not shooting high 40, and it's no different to shooting down the line. If you shoot down the line or English skeet, if you go and shoot 100 English skeet and you miss one, you might as well get in car and go home.
Yeah.
And it's all about concentration, and that is why you have to put a lot of shells down that gun. And the problem is, and the schools challenge has become a discipline. And there's about 800 people shoot the schools challenge a year.
Does it annoy you that perhaps those who win it are just going to be the ones with the most money? Or is it just that's the way it is?
That's not strictly true.
But it's a portion of it.
So Charlie Madden won it.
Yep.
His dad, literally, he got a job, he got everything to try and win it. He goes to state school.
Yeah.
He goes to win it. Half of these, Beth that won it this year and Ron, they dedicated their whole life to it. When I won my medal, and I know for a fact Pete Wilson, Steve Walton's probably a very good example. Steve Walton lived in the middle of Redditch. He dedicated his whole life to shooting. He never went out and got pissed. He never went out and okay, so a few women, all that sort of thing, we all do. But his main ambition was to get up on a Sunday morning, go shooting. And that's what you've got to do. But it's not just shooting, any sport's like it. So I know the guy that's going to the Olympics this year for sailing. He lives in Oxfordshire, and for 4 years he dedicated his whole life to sailing. And the problem is with sport is youngsters these days, they don't have a passion enough to push themselves into it.
But it is also free to kick a ball around, and it is not free to shoot clay.
Sailing is quite an expensive sport.
Exceptionally expensive. Yeah. Really? You think by comparison to football?
Yeah.
Or rugby?
But rugby's fairly expensive. You go and pay a coach. I mean,
less expensive than shooting.
A rugby coach costs a lot of money.
It depends what level you want to be at, I suppose. I mean,
exactly.
I think it's easier to get sponsorship as a rugby player or a footballer. I think that's the thing. I think that's a lot of people's issue with shooting, is that there is not the sponsorship and money in it to make it worth the investment.
And whose fault's that?
Not mine.
Shooting itself. The problem is, shooting is its own worst enemy. So the organisations, the Gun Trade Association, don't push it. I mean, the TSC was filmed by the BBC 3 times, and the reason why Beth went on to and Ron went on to the BBC is the month before, every day I was on the phone to the BBC. The British Open, why doesn't the CPSA do that? They say, well, we try. You've got to be hammering the press, and that's why our sport doesn't go out there.
It's just lack of effort from those in charge.
It's lack of effort from. The problem is with our sport is it's not looked. The sport doesn't push itself out there. You could walk into a pub, on any pub, random pub. Do you go and talk about shooting?
I suppose not in a really random pub.
Why? If you're passionate.
I don't talk to other people.
There is
We're far too socially awkward, mate.
But that's what we all need to do. We all need to bring new people into the sport.
Oh, 100% behind you.
And that is the hardest thing. And it doesn't have to. Okay, if you want to go and compete, it's expensive. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to buy a Percy, a Browning, a Beretta. You can go and buy an ATA, a Yieldits.
If you want.
And you can go to a little gun club and pay 15 quid for a round of a 50 Sporting.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be expensive. It's only expensive if you want to go.
I suppose it's relative, isn't it?
I had a lady come up and she loved shooting. She came on a have a go day and she absolutely fell in love with it. But she hasn't got any money. And she said, I really want to do this. I said, well, but I've gone on to all the websites and the YouTube channels, and the guns are like 1,500 quid, 2,000. I said, you don't have to. And I kitted her out for less than £1,000.
Yeah.
And she's never going to be an Olympic champion, but she comes up, she enjoys
She
herself.
might watch this and like go, yes, I bloody will.
She might do.
Like every woman would, yeah.
But and that's the problem, and that's what we've got to. So I've got somebody that's actually supporting the TSC for the next couple of years, and he's a very big shooter himself, and his ambition is to try and change the shooting world, and change the image of guns into the general public. And he's got an uphill battle.
Yeah.
And the problem is, and we went out.
We live in too global a world for that, mate, unfortunately. America, everybody sees guns and thinks American gun laws, and even in this country. I mean, look at Sash, for example, didn't even know we could have guns here. Most people don't think we can have, even most Americans don't think we can have guns, most English people don't think we can have guns. It's, I think, educating people that we're allowed guns in the first place, and then spinning that as a good thing. I don't want to do that. We do that, but you wouldn't want to take it on as a mantle, would you, to actually run with that? Sorry.
But the problem is, not enough people are doing what you're doing, what Charlie Jacoby doing, what the Alex is doing, and more people's got to do that. Look at the audience that us, you guys, Field Sports Channel, Gunroom TV. If you put all that audience together, it's huge. And with the best in the world, you are the most powerful person in the shooting world. The magazines used to be 10 years ago, but you are. Everyone knows who you are.
Yeah. Well,
everyone knows who I am.
The power of YouTube is insane.
And this is the problem, and you've got to push it out there, but not enough people. You go and try and get sponsorship out of the gun trade, they'll give you 500 cartridges. You can't pay his wages with 500 cartridges.
I don't know.
and this is the problem, is the gun trade as a whole need to change their thoughts.
It's a speculate to accumulate sort of thing, isn't it? That the gun trade doesn't like doing. I mean, traditionally there's been so much old money and big money, and that's kind of held it, but that won't beat the popular mass.
Yeah. You've got to get, I'm going to say, you've got to get the best of this world into shooting. She came here in March, and she got involved in the TSC. She shot a few little habits. She lives nowhere near here. She lives 2.5 hours away, or 2 hours away, and she had to have a go at a couple of country fairs, and she shot a little bit. And her dad used to shoot years ago. Yeah. But she said there's nothing for youngsters. If she goes to a local gun club or local shooting ground, being rude, but it's all old men and women. And there's nothing. And she said, my daughter wants to shoot it. She came up here, she bought herself a gun, she got into it, she made herself friends of her own age group. And that's the problem, is it's a very much old man sport. Right, this is literally like a game drive. Okay. So literally it will come...
Apart from wearing jeans.
Apart from your engines.
No tie.
Cheating, really. So eject it out, and literally you can put 2 in it, whatever.
Yeah, cool. Will you stuff or should we line it up last? Brilliant, fantastic. And this is quite a special gun, more importantly.
That is probably the most famous gun. And my mother and father, just before he died, my mother and father shot that with him. Yeah. On his very last shoot at the British Open at West London.
It is very special, isn't it? Very special indeed. And I get to go with it.
And so many people have asked to buy it, and that is the only gun that has not got a price.
Yeah, it's not for sale. You can't sell something like this. Well, the problem is you'll never replace it, and you'll only regret it.
You may have to buy the whole shooting ground.
Yeah, I was going to say, this probably, if someone offered you like 5 million, maybe. There's a man with too much money. There you go.
If you want to buy the shooting gun, you can have it. Saves me working 7 days a week. Quick, quick. Missed a pair.
If you pay attention, it's all right. Oh, hair loss again, eh? Oh. Slipping out my shoulder on that right hand one. They're quite hot. That pheasant hit the wind a bit. Oh,
Them barrels are getting hot now.
oh yes, they are. Got a bit of choke in it, haven't they?
Yeah. If you hit him, you hit him hard.
Oh, Christ sake.
If you hit him, you hit him fucking hard.
You
If
do.
Miss him, you miss him.
Oh,
That's it.
oh what? That is a wonderful gun, isn't it? This shoots like nothing else I've shot, not in a long time anyway. It's a perfect hybrid of over and under and side by side. Meaning it's designed to be shot like a side by side, but it handles like an over and under. You can't track and trace, you can, but not as nicely as it should. But, oh, it's just epic, isn't it? That is history in the making. Right, well, it's made history right there. That is history.
And that is everything. He's probably the only one that has won numerous world titles. And that's not even got all of his world titles on it. You couldn't put them on.
Should have gone for a stock extension.
Yeah.
That is a thing of beauty, and it really is lovely. And to think it's just a Webley 700 single trigger
Basically.
with flat filed rib, Prince of Wales stock.
He has had a few modifications done to it,
I expect so.
which Father can tell you exactly what it is. And it's single trigger.
That's nice. It's a nice single trigger system on these Webleys anyway. Oh, and at this point we get to double gun. Except I'm told I have to pick that as one of them and one of the others as the other.
So what are you going to? You can't really pick that because that's not traditional.
Well, it would be a beautiful juxtaposition, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do that, because that's almost going to wind more people up.
It's a bit weird.
It is a bit weird, but not being funny.
We'll
That's no
try.
less weird to double gun with the other.
Right.
That'd be funny. That's a bit weird. It's hardly like, I bet back in the day that was the equivalent of a high rib, nasty trap gun. Everyone's like, oh, God, really? And it's a Webley. All right, so same speed.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I've got to work hard now.
Wait, you can shoot it. I'll double gun for you if you like.
No, you do it.
You sure? I'll happily do it if you want.
Has he missed one yet?
Yeah.
Am I going to try and beat you?
Go for it.
Have I got to do it with the same guns?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fair, isn't it?
fine.
All right. I might take that out of there.
What did he start with?
I started on the Percy.
Have I got to start on the same thing?
You can start whatever you like. Thank you very much.
You'll need
More than that, I would have
more than that. So I got 3. So I'm allowed to miss 2 then.
Sorry? You're allowed to
allowed
miss
to miss
2, mate, yeah. Do you get a home ground handicap?
No, because I don't shoot here. I work all the time. To be fair,
You want safety off on that?
Huh?
You want safety off on that, same as I had
Yeah.
it? Are you ready? Come on, quick.
That's 4 away. I think you beat me by 1 there.
I'm going to wipe my smug smile off my face because you clearly just let me win as a gentleman, mate. It'd be really bad form to win on home turf.
Yeah, I was just being polite. And it was with that I missed him.
I think what we can conclude here is this might have worked for Stanbury, but it don't work for us. It's a beautiful thing.
See, we should have a rematch with the Brownings.
We could have a rematch with the Brownings next time. But how about next time we bring our own guns?
Yeah.
That'll be
just
fair.
Brownings off the shelf.
I'm at a clear disadvantage.
Or Marukus.
I can bring my Maruku.
There's Marukus on the demo rack.
It's not mine though, is it?
So we have the Browning Rabbit Mania. The basic thing is you've got 4 traps.
Yeah.
You've got A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
Those 3 have got timings, so they will not come out at the same speed. You have 4 singles, you have full use of the gun.
Okay.
You can risk it and you can only put 1 in, but I wouldn't if I was you.
Obviously.
Then you have on the port and you have sims.
Oh wow. Okay.
Right? So I will shout out exactly what it is and then we'll go from there. So
All
you've got A first.
Obviously designed for a twilight shoot.
Yes.
Oh.
Kill. I suggest you put 1 in unless you know you're going to hit it.
I know nothing. B-bird, yeah?
B.
Oh.
Killed. Now D. You can't miss it, it's coming now. Oh. Now you've got A on the port B.
Oh.
B on the port C.
Oh.
Killed and lost. C on the port D.
Oh.
Killed. Pair killed. D on the port A. Pair killed. Oh, you only 1 away. A and B sim.
Oh, mate, that is a... Is there any way around I'm supposed to shoot them? Or is it
It's
got own
both way
choice?
around, yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Pair lost.
Oh, that is tasty.
B and C. Now I would shoot C first, but
Yeah.
you've got to whack it early. But it's up to you. You don't have to listen to me.
Oh.
You lucky bastard. And you missed it. You got a slow one as well. C then D.
You know what? It's because you said, run away. Oh.
I think the battery's full.
Right.
We'll do A and B to finish.
Oh, that's... Well, Simo.
Yeah.
That is a very tasty
As that's
pair,
the pair
isn't
you
it?
missed.
Oh. Pair loss again.
Yeah.
Bastard.
You've got to hit it. This time, do B first.
And just pounce B,
Yeah.
snipe A. Oh.
Right, do it again and speed up the process and you'll kill it.
Yeah. Oh.
There you go.
And that's why he's a coach. Hey, if you like that, there.
Cool? Yeah. That's quite different to a Browning.
It is very different.
Ball. Fuck, I can't see that. Do B. Ball. C. Ball. Did it go?
Yeah. It is properly dark at this point. Save again.
Ball.
Shot.
Did I hit it?
Yeah.
That's a good shot.
I want to take you flighted.
Pull.
Seabird again.
Yeah. Pull. I'll tell you, when you actually get used to it, it actually handles quite.
It's very nice. Takes a couple of shots where it's a bit more real
I'd
and
have a
heavy
slightly
than
smaller
standard.
stock, but then
Yeah, well, obviously.
but other than that, yeah, that comes up quite well. Pull.
A bird, B bird.
B. Pull. A. Pull.
He can shoot.
Well, I'll let you beat me. I don't like losing. Pull.
So thank you very much for having me and showing me around and letting me shoot some of your clays and letting me beat you just a little bit.
I don't like losing, so we'll have to have a rematch. I don't do coming second.
I think we could do a rematch with our own guns at a ground that is like neutral turf.
Okay.
That sounds
Done.
fair. That sounds fair. Right, it's been brilliant. I genuinely love shooting some of those guns. That Stanbury gun, as much as I couldn't shoot it very well, it was just a joy to shoot, wasn't it? That's such an absolutely special thing. The XF4, I like that too actually. That's very nice. It's a great sporter. We'll be doing a review on that at some point soon. That'll be good fun. Have you anything final to say?
All I would say is I have to say I think you're doing a very good job at promoting the sport and promoting guns,
Thank you.
which I feel that the sport as a whole needs to do.
You too as well. It's if more people did it, the world would be a sweeter place.
But at least that we're actually trying to do two different things.
Yeah, very much so.
And maybe in the future, you never know, we might be able to have a collaboration.
Oh,
TSC and the gun shop together.
TGS feat TSC, and you've just heard the
Yeah.
title to the video. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Take care, mate. Thank you again. It's been absolutely brilliant.
Thank
Lovely to meet you as well. And we'll see you next time.
Cool.